My dear love, I need to share my heart with you. Lately, everything feels out of place and I can't seem to find my footing. What I need most right now is your support and your comforting presence. Every single minute without you feels like an eternity. I miss you deeply, and it is a constant ache in my chest. I know I owe you an explanation and a heartfelt apology. I ran away from my feelings because I was terrified of loving someone as deeply as I love you. The thought of being vulnerable overwhelmed me. The idea of being open and honest with all that I felt was terrifying, and in that fear, I turned away. I have had time to reflect and understand my feelings better. I have come to realize that there is an incredible sense of peace and calm in loving you. When I am with you, I feel whole and complete. You bring out the best in me, and my heart feels at home when we are together. I am so sorry for running away and causing you pain. It was never my intention to hurt you. I was simply scared and confused. But now I see things clearly. I understand that true love is worth facing my fears. There were nights when doubt crept in, and I questioned everything: my worthiness, the future, the way our lives might weave together. I let imagined problems grow in the dark, feeding them with silence. Silence built walls where bridges should have been. Silence made ordinary mistakes feel like betrayals. I am ashamed by how I let that happen. If I could fold back time, I would choose to speak sooner. I would choose to admit, with trembling honesty, that I was afraid and that you mattered more than any fear I carried. Please understand what my silence was not. It was not indifference. It was not a lack of love. Quite the contrary. My silence was a clumsy, frightened attempt to protect a heart that had become fragile because of how much I cared for you. I thought that by hiding my fear, I could spare you the turbulence I felt inside. That was a selfish and misguided strategy, and I know that now. I should have trusted you with my uncertainty. I should have held your hand through the confusion and allowed you to steady me instead of retreating into myself. You have given me gifts that cannot be wrapped or measured: patience that steadied my nervous soul, laughter that brightened my darkest days, and the quiet knowledge that someone believed in me even when I was uncertain of myself. Those gifts have changed me. They have taught me that love is not just a feeling that arrives uninvited. It is a discipline of showing up even when the world feels unstable. It is a choice to stay present, to apologize when we are wrong, and to celebrate the small victories together. You taught me that consistency is an act of devotion. Your presence is more than comfort. It is a mirror that reflects what I can become. When you smile, I am reminded of who I was before fear hardened me. When you listen without judgment, I find the courage to speak my truth. When you hold me, I remember that vulnerability is not weakness. It is the doorway to intimacy and strength. You have taught me that loving someone does not mean losing yourself. It means finding yourself anew in the company of another soul. It means learning to be brave in little ways every day. I am committed to rebuilding what my fear fractured. I will do the work to unlearn the patterns that drove me to flee. I will practice patience with myself and with you. I will learn to be consistent, to show up in the ordinary moments, to answer when you call, to not let silence turn into a gulf. Love is shown in the accumulation of small acts: a message sent at a difficult hour, a hand held during a hard conversation, a laugh shared over a foolish movie. I promise to cultivate those small acts of devotion because I know they bind us more surely than grand declarations ever could. There are things I want to share with you that I was too ashamed to voice before. I am afraid of repeating the mistakes of my past. I worry that because I once left you feeling uncertain, I might do so again. It terrifies me to imagine causing you new pain, but I do not want to hide this fear anymore. I want to set it on the table, honest and raw, so we can look at it together. I want us to build systems of kindness between us, agreements that help us communicate when fear knocks on the door. I want to be accountable and to accept accountability in return. Please know that my apology is not an empty phrase. It is a commitment. I am apologizing to the parts of you I hurt, your trust, your expectations, your gentle willingness to be alongside me. I regret the nights you lay awake wondering if I would return. I regret the moments when you deserved tenderness and instead received distance. I want to make amends by showing up in ways that demonstrate my sincerity. I want to rebuild trust through transparency, through consistent effort, and through the patience required to heal small rifts before they widen. If you are willing to take a step with me, I promise to be more present. I promise to tell you when I am scared instead of shutting down. I promise to invite you into my confusion instead of letting it fester alone. I promise to ask for help when I need it and to accept your support when you offer it. I promise to celebrate your victories and comfort you in disappointment. I promise to be a companion in the long walk of life, not a passersby who shows up when convenience allows, but a partner who chooses dedication every single day. There will be days when I falter. I am not perfect, and I will sometimes stumble into old habits. When that happens, I ask for your patience and your candidness. Tell me when I fall short. Remind me of what we promised one another. Let us be humble enough to admit our failings and brave enough to repair them quickly. I do not want pride to keep me from apologizing again and again until the small offenses no longer divide us. I would rather be imperfect and truthful with you than flawless and distant. I imagine a future where the fear that haunted me becomes a footnote in the story of our resilience. I imagine mornings where the first sight I seek is your face, evenings where our conversation is the music that soothes the edges of the day, and ordinary afternoons filled with the comfort of simple, shared routines. I imagine celebrations marked by both of us, small rituals that become the scaffolding of our life together. More than anything, I imagine growing, together, into a love that is patient, curious, and generous. I want us to be builders of a steady life, not architects of fragile promises. You deserve a love that is safe and expansive, a love that does not close doors when storms pass through. I want to offer you that love. I want to be someone who welcomes your whole self, your joy, your grief, your quirks, your fierce defenses, without bargaining or conditions. I want to build a home in your heart that feels steady, a place we both return to, weary or victorious. I want to be the kind of partner who remembers the little details, who forgives easily, and who always chooses connection over being right. If you are wondering whether my feelings are deep enough to withstand the tests of time, I hope this letter proves them. My love for you is neither fleeting nor shallow. It has weathered confusions and tests, and though I sometimes made poor decisions, the core of what I feel for you has remained. It has matured from a turbulent ache into a steady devotion. It is a devotion that seeks to protect, to nurture, and to grow with you. Allow me to prove that devotion through everyday acts and through the patience of consistent care. There are practical things I want to do to show my commitment. I will create space in my schedule for us, meaningful time where our connection is the priority. I will practice clearer communication, telling you what I am thinking and how I am feeling. I will plan little surprises, gestures that say, I was thinking of you, not to impress, but to remind you that you are cherished. I will be honest about my limits and ask for grace when I need it. I will also celebrate your independence and encourage your personal growth as if it were my own. You taught me that vulnerability is a form of courage. I am learning to be brave with you. I hope you can be brave with me too. Let us promise to be frank about our needs, to hold one another accountable without contempt, and to treat each other's hearts with care. Let us be allies in healing, not judges of old wounds. Let us choose honesty over convenience, affection over distance, and listening over defensiveness. If you receive this and your heart is weary, know that I do not expect forgiveness to be immediate. I understand the rhythm of trust. It is built slowly and requires tangible proof. Take the time you need. Watch for the ways my actions align with my words. Allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel: anger, hurt, hesitation, and know I accept those feelings without resentment. I will wait with patience, not as a passive opponent, but as an active partner working to be worthy of your trust. There are memories I return to often, small, ordinary moments that reveal what we could become. I remember the first time we walked beneath an evening sky, the way your hand found mine. I remember laughing with you over a burnt meal and how your quiet courage felt like a promise. Those moments hold my longing. I will be concrete about the changes I intend to make. I will learn to pause before I react, to notice the first stirrings of fear, and to name them aloud. When I want to withdraw, I will say, I am scared, instead of leaving you to guess. I will listen to understand rather than to answer. I will set aside one evening each week for us. No distractions, so we can reconnect. Forgiveness is a process I intend to participate in fully. I will create space for your questions and answer them patiently, even when they are hard. I will accept that healing may come in cycles, and that there will be days when old wounds resurface. When those days come, I will sit with you in the ache, not as a judge, but as someone committed to repair. I ask for the chance to be held by you while I do this work. Hold me, not to excuse my mistakes, but to remind me why I am trying. A hold is not a cure, but a compass. It points me toward who I want to be with you. Let us set small rituals. A phrase to say when one of us feels lost, and a brief check in after disagreements. I will speak honestly about boundaries. There will be times I need gentle reminders and times you need space. I will respect both. I will never weaponize apologies or treat them as currency. I will offer them as sincere attempts to repair. I will never dismiss your feelings or belittle the parts of your history that shaped you. I will protect the trust you place in me by refusing to gossip or betray confidence. Beyond promises, I want to name my gratitude for your everyday generosity. You have been steady in moments I could not be steady for myself. You have forgiven me more times than I can count. You saw a version of me I had not yet met and encouraged me to step into it. Your kindness is a gift I will honor with action. If this letter reaches you at an inconvenient time, I will wait until you can receive it. I want a face-to-face conversation to listen to what you need to say. Until then, let this be my truth. I am here, humbled by the cost of my mistakes, changed in the ways that matter, and more certain than ever that I want to walk life with you. Please consider this letter an invitation, not a demand. If your heart leans toward forgiveness, I will welcome each step. If your heart needs time, I will give it reverence. If your heart cannot come back, I will carry the memory of you with gratitude and the knowledge that I tried to become better because you once loved me. I will prove it through patient actions, small gestures, and steady presence. I am learning every day, and I will not let us fall again. With all my love and a promise to keep showing up,